Good evening and welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net, the most interesting net in two-wave radio. Tonight we are live from Studio Vanguard and we are linked in with the following repeaters.
Tonight we are linked in on Flagship, Buckhead, Columbus, Toccoa, Jersey, Zebulon, Fort Mountain, Lula, McDonough, Watkinsville, Cades Cove, Noonan, Peachtree, Rome, Dallas, Lookout Mountain, Chattanooga, Mount Roosevelt, White Oak Mountain, Georgetown, and Ottawa.
You would think after all this time he'd have that list memorized.
Not yet.
Next week. This net takes place every Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. I would like to thank all of you who have made the North Georgia GMRS the most expansive and active GMRS network in the country. Your net control tonight is Atlanta 947, WQYR 514. My name is Julie.
In Atlanta 946, WQYR 514. Same call sign.
Yeah, go figure.
My name is Justin.
And this is WSAL 368, Atlanta 263. My name is Rogers.
And this is WRUB 711, Atlanta 519. My name is Gary.
Anybody seen Tony?
I think Tony needs to step up to the mic.
There he is.
Hi, guys.
On the net, you can talk about your day's activities, radio equipment, or anything you think we would like to hear. This is a family-based network, so we encourage you to get your family involved. Guest check-ins are welcome from anyone with a valid FCC call sign. Once the floor is open, it is permissible to address other members of the net by their name or tactical unit number. Your FCC call sign is only required when you sign in and when you sign out of the net. Also, you can tune in to our YouTube channel and follow along, or even better, tune in after the net to watch your appearance on the network and hear how you sound to us right here in Studio Vanguard. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment so we know you were watching. It's these interactions that mean the most to help our channel grow. So, what are we talking about tonight?
Tonight we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, gatherings.
No?
Usually that comes with food, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's always good.
There's nothing that brings people together in a more meaningful way than a meal. And we've gotten kind of good at that here with North Georgia
We got a
GMRS.
break.
Who's got the key?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, gatherings. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. But before we do, we have some announcements that I think Mike is going to do for us.
Maybe.
So, Mike, are you with us?
Well, good evening, Julie. WRWM 344, Blue Ridge 63. I am with you. How do you hear me?
Mike, you're coming in
With
loud
our
and
ears?
clear. Just ignore him. I do.
All right, very good. Well, good evening to everyone else. This is Mike, Blue Ridge 63, with this week's news and announcements here in Studio Blue Ridge. Have you heard? There is a $2,000 reward being offered for information leading to FCC action related to the intentional interference that's been happening on the network. That'd go a long way. That'd go a long way towards upgrading your station. If you have any information, send it to Gary at nggmrs.org or Justin at nggmrs.org. North Georgia GMRS has a not-so-secret secret. I think it's been announced now a couple of times. So that is the North Georgia Amateur Radio Association. It's a new radio group available to licensed amateurs only, comprised of 5 440 and 2-meter repeaters this year, and 5 more next year. We have secured frequency coordination for 10 repeaters across North Georgia, which will make it the largest, most active linked amateur radio network in the country. This network is separate from NGGMRS, and it does have a separate membership. You can go to ngara.net for more information, including coverage maps and a repeater list, as well as a link to purchase your membership. Memberships acquired now through sometime after Stone Mountain Hamfest will carry the distinction of founding members. This means that you were here from the start. For those interested in becoming a licensed amateur radio operator, we will begin next year, early next year, offering free exams for those wishing to upgrade from a GMRS license and get your ham ticket. Let us know if you're interested by sending an email to Justin at nggmrs.org, and he'll find the closest testing location to you. I'm told only 12 founding member spots remain. But if you can't wait that long to test, there will be ham testing at Stone Mountain Hamfest coming next month. Exams for all license levels are from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. on Saturday, November 1st, and from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. on Sunday, November 2nd. There is no charge to enter the Stone Mountain Hamfest if you're only coming to take an exam. The exam fee is $14, and it is cash only. Pre-registration for the Hamfest is highly recommended. Youth under 13 must also pre-register. You can visit the Stone Mountain Hamfest webpage and click on Ham Radio Exams to find a link for the pre-registration. That website is stonemountainhamfest.com. But if you're planning to go, hit the study guide and take your test at Stone Mountain Hamfest. I've got some upcoming gatherings to tell you about this week most of them are right around the corner. Pay attention, put these on your calendar if you're interested. these meetups are a great way to meet fellow members in and around your area. Is it Champy's or Sugar's or the farm? You never quite know what the Chattanooga gathering will be, but check with one of the chat regulars to find out when and where. Let me break. The Northeast Bunch will be having their October meetup at Rooster's Cafe in Dahlonega. The time is 11 a.m. The date is this coming Wednesday, October 29th. All current and future NGGMRS and NGGRA members are welcome to attend. It's good times, good friends, good food, and a lot of laughs. For more information, contact Bobby, Atlanta 403, or Joe, Gainesville 44. We hope you'll join the Rabbit Hole Gang next time they gather at the Taco Mac in Marietta for the best rabbit wings, friends, fellowship, and networking opportunity in the land. Their next gathering is November 8th, and that's at 2650 Dallas Highway in Marietta, Georgia at the Taco Mac. The Kennesaw Gathering will have their next Meet and Geek on Tuesday, November 11th at noon at the Old Town Grill on Cobb Parkway, around the corner from McCollum Airport in Kennesaw. Bring your radio if you have programming issues to discuss and resolve, because they'll have a mobile test bench available after lunch where they can test and program many of the more popular radios. Reach out to Atlanta 557-ED beforehand on the air or via email at WRQG806@gmail.com if you're planning to attend, so he knows to hold enough seats and so they can try to have the right programming cables and CPS available if you need help with your radio. Next up is the Peachtree Corners Brunch Bunch. They meet the third Saturday of every month at JR's Log House in Peachtree Corners, 6601 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. It's always a fun time. Their next meetup is Saturday, November 15th. And there's not a time listed. I think it starts at noon, but there's not a time listed here. Reach out to Pamela, Atlanta 849, to confirm that. You can check out Google for the extensive but affordable menu for JR's Log House. At this last event, it was Atlanta 848's birthday, and he was surprised. So Pamela wants to say a huge thank you to everyone who attended and participated in the event. And congratulations to the decorated pumpkin winners. Drop an email to skygazerpamela849@gmail.com and let us know if you're coming so she can save a spot for you. You can also reach out to Atlanta 849 or Ernest, Atlanta 848, on the air if you need a chair or for confirmation. Again, her email is skygazerpamela849@gmail.com. Let me break. If you haven't been on our YouTube channel lately, you should take a look. There's a new Mesh-tastic presentation by Atlanta 557 now available on the YouTube page, and that'll be happening again at the Stone Mountain Hamfest. The coolest demonstration of all, building your own dipole antenna, hosted by Jen, Atlanta 255. You can hang out with Jen on YouTube for a bit and learn a lot about how simple it can be to make your own antenna. These episodes and many more are found available at the NGGMRS YouTube channel. Just open YouTube and search for North Georgia GMRS. If you missed the Chat Ham GMRS Fest, then you still have a chance to visit Vanguard. It'll be at it and the North Georgia GMRS crew will be at the Stone Mountain Hamfest. Justin says it's the second best Hamfest in the nation. There's a big Hamfest up in Dayton, Ohio, or right here in our own backyard, we have Stone Mountain Hamfest. There's a Hamfest in Orlando, and it might be bigger, but it's close to Disney as far as being affordable. Come visit Hobbit Communications, NGARA, and this crew right here. Early tickets are $8 online or $10 at the gate. If the Hamfest is a Sunday-only adventure for you, you can get a Sunday ticket for just $5. This year's Stone Mountain Hamfest will feature several speakers and forums from NGGMRS with topics including GMRS dipole antennas, Mesh-tastic, radios and preparedness, and GMRS for beginners. NGGMRS, Hobbit Communications, and NGARA will be among the many vendors at the Hamfest. As far as dates and times, Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's November 1st. And then Sunday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on November 2nd. And lastly, we want to let you know we will not be having a regular net next week during this scheduled time as Vanguard gets ready for its trek out to Stone Mountain Hamfest next weekend. Let me break. All right, before I hand it back to Julie, I need to make one final announcement. And unfortunately, it is a somber one. Today, our dear friend Uncle Mike, BR549, passed away. Many of you knew Uncle Mike, his sense of humor and his jokes, his love for the Georgia Bulldogs, his passion for radios, and sharing them with everyone. He was one of the very first check-ins on the Rabbit Hole Net when David and Lisa first started the Rabbit Hole. We'll miss him on the airwaves, but we'll miss him even more at our homes, in-person events, and barbecues. If you knew Uncle Mike, no doubt he left an impression on you. Maybe he gave you a radio. Maybe he helped you test yours. Maybe he treated you to a meal. When I first joined the network, he was the voice of the radio. I heard him often. And being as he was up around Cherry Log, we were both each other's closest network neighbor. We were about the only people that the other could simplex. Our family, my boys and my wife, will miss him greatly around the Happy Chicken Homestead. And I know many of you will as well. There's infinitely more that I could say, but for now, I'll leave it there. Please keep BR549 and his family in your prayers and your thoughts. We'll miss you, Uncle Mike. All right, Julie. That concludes this week's announcements. I'll hand it back to you.
All right, Mike. Thank you for the news, and that is a sad bit of information there. I know that Uncle Mike was near and dear to your heart as your closest simplex neighbor and physical neighbor. I know that you and your family enjoyed visits from Uncle Mike many times, and I was able to enjoy his appearance in your backyard a time or two during our tower project, and had some very interesting and meaningful conversations with Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log. He will be missed by many on the network, and sad piece of news indeed. We don't have a lot of details available quite yet, but as more information is available, we will make it available on Facebook. And so once we know what arrangements are being made, and if you'd like to make a donation to the family or to a charity on Mike's behalf, we'll put up some information to that effect just as soon as we're able. The family's not yet had a chance to put all that together, so we'll give them some time to do that, and then we'll provide that information. So check out our Facebook page over the next few days for more information about that. Thanks again for the announcements, Mike. I appreciate your help in logging, and I see we've got a handful of YouTube logs entries in log now. We'll get to those here in just a minute, and if you'd like to log in, if you've not already logged in during the early bird section, we'll be taking additional check-ins here in just a little bit. So Rogers, tell me a little bit about the gathering, the lunch gathering that you go to. You had nearly a dozen people. What kind of a venue is it at, and how often do you have it, and what kind of things do you talk about when you get together at these places?
Yeah, big shout out to Pamela, Atlanta 849, and Ernest, Atlanta 848 for setting that up.
Mm-hmm.
This November will be 1 year of meeting at the GR's Log House. So it's a lot of fun. At first there were just a handful of us. Now there's about 2 handfuls. And this past weekend we had maybe 11 to 12 people to show up. So we talk radio stuff. We talk life, sports, just anything you can think of. So it's a good thing to do, and a nice way to meet people.
So I think that's a great turnout, because this is really kind of a regional gathering, right? You may have some people that travel a little ways to get there, but most people are attending that live within that general region.
That's true, because I'm in Dunwoody, and it only takes me about 15 minutes, with traffic to get there. So it's a pretty quick trip for me, and it starts around noon, and we usually go to about 2 or 2:30. But we have a good time, and Pamela, she always has different giveaways.
Yeah.
And this past time, she had these little mini pumpkins, I guess you would say.
Okay.
And she just gave them, kind of put some hair on them, kind of made them up.
Oh.
So if you see our Facebook page, we had a Facebook post about that. But yeah, it's just really fun. I've met a few people that I simplex with as well, so it's good to meet those simplex partners and neighbors also.
It's always good to be able to put a face with a voice and a name and a TAC number. So that's always nice to be able to get out and meet some folks, and gives you a chance to share some ideas. Like with Simplex, some of the challenges that we face with Simplex, and some of the what's your location, what's your best shot into the repeater, and what kind of tips and tricks, So this is a good opportunity to face some of those conversations that might be challenging to have over the air.
Yeah, and also, let me break. And also, it helps because even without on the repeater, it helps when you hear that familiar voice come on the air. You're, more apt to kind of reach out to them and say, "Hey, how's your day going today? Oh, nice seeing you last weekend.
Right.
What's going on this week with you?" So
Right.
it's great to kind of, build your Rolodex up and meet more people and hear those. When you hear those voices, you're more comfortable to key up and talk to them.
Yeah, Tony, do you make it to any of the gatherings?
I've made it to the Roosters one a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going next week too. I think they're having one. I think it's next Wednesday. I think it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So my plan is to be there for that one. So
I've been to one of those at Roosters.
it's
And
a
I've
haul
been-
for us.
Yeah, and I've been to. Yeah, it is. It's a great group of people. Lots of fun, and just the fellowship is just outstanding. These are guys that are hanging out with a common interest, and just a fun group of people. You just can't help but be attracted to the atmosphere.
And I've only been a member a year, so my first couple contacts were Dana and Jonathan.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go to that one just to meet them or put a face with a name, a TAC number. So it was great.
Yeah. I tell you, I've been to that one time. I've been to the Rabbit Hole maybe twice. Champies one time. I'd love to get together with the Pamela's group over there. Just haven't been able to make that work out. How about you, Gary? Have you had the opportunity to join any of these luncheons?
I've made the luncheon that Ed does over next to the airport.
Uh-huh.
Where he does you bring your radio, get your radio programmed.
The Meet and Geek.
The Meet and Geek, and it's a fun time. It's a good time. It's handy. It's kind of like Roger's trip. For me, it's a 15-minute drive, so it's just handy at lunch to get together and meet there.
So the common theme here is this is a great way to hang out with other radio nerds.
Mhm.
And the Meet and Geek in particular, because not only do you get to put that face to face, but if you've got a challenge in getting your radio programmed, here, Ed, fix it for me.
Well, we all had that question we don't want to ask on the radio, though. So like when you go to that, maybe Ed can answer it, and you don't feel as dumb.
Yeah, and that is a thing. I mean, mic shy is a real thing. Sometimes we get a little anxiety about the PTT, and that's different when you're standing in front of someone. There is no PTT; it's just a conversation.
Right.
We try to encourage that same intimate level of conversation on the air. That it's just a conversation, but it's not always realistic. So some people just have a difficult time getting past that. Let's break. So I think that's a great thing. Now, back in the day, there was a time when these gatherings were much fewer and further between. We've had a couple of gatherings right here in Woodstock that either myself or my neighbor Gary, he's no longer in the neighborhood, but we've put a couple of gatherings together. One was at the Game Day restaurant down here on Eagle Drive. Another was on at Family Traditions over on Town Lake. Houston put together a gathering at I think it's Wallace Brothers Barbecue. That was a nice gathering. Our friend Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log actually organized a gathering once at a park up off of Lake Allatoona, up there off of Highway 20 near I-75. That's been years ago, but a number of times we've been able to gather with various people. I know the folks down in Stockbridge have a breakfast gathering. I'm not sure where that's at, but so there's just a number of gatherings throughout the region. There was an effort at one point of putting a gathering together up in the Knoxville area, in Rockwood or somewhere over that way. That kind of fell apart. But the key is consistency. The best way, even if your attendance is poor, the best way to get that attendance up and to get people interested in participating is to just have the event regularly. And I think the more often you have it, the more likely it'll become a regular, successful event. So if you're in an area that doesn't have a regular gathering, my suggestion is find a place and organize it. You can make comments and posts on Facebook. If you let us know, we'll add it to the weekly announcements. We'll do everything we can to make your event and gathering successful. So, but it doesn't have to be at a restaurant, right? We can also get together with some like-minded radio folks at things like a Hamfest. There just happens to be one coming up soon. Do you know where that might be, Tony?
No. Where's it at?
You don't know?
No.
No. How about you, Rogers? Do you know?
It's somewhere here around in the metro area.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I believe it's
Something
over
about a
in-
rock.
I believe it's over in
Something-
Gwinnett County, at the fairgrounds. And I've always wondered, why is the Stone Mountain Hamfest not at Stone Mountain?
That would be nice.
But it's actually at the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds. So that's coming up this not this weekend, but the weekend following. So that'd be a great chance for you to come and see all the leadership with North Georgia GMRS, North Georgia ARA. You can hang out with the Hobbit and maybe buy a radio, and yeah. So great chance to see a lot of folks. We love the reputation that has kind of come in the Black Shirt Convention. Let's break. So lots of folks. You know, there's a few black shirts on the panel here this evening. Lots of folks wear these black shirts with the big green marble on the front, and we love the image that presents when folks gather at the table at the Stone Mountain Hamfest, because we kind of block the aisle, and we kind of shut that corner of the building down in a good way, and people take notice of that. The ARRL is right there, and they see us, and they can't help but miss how many people show up at the North Georgia GMRS tables.
And like I said in the Chattanooga Hamfest post, I said we showed up in full force.
Yes, yes. So definitely wear your North Georgia GMRS apparel if you have it, and come on out and sport the colors, and meet some folks and introduce yourselves to us if we haven't met you already, and maybe I've met you and you'll have to introduce yourself again. I mean, that's real. Right?
Yes, exactly.
You know, Justin, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Rabbit Hole. You know, I don't think we mentioned them when we were talking about the weekend get-togethers. I'm flying the Rabbit Hole colors tonight on my back. But again, we meet there at Taco Mac. A lot of times they'll seat us outside, and it is an education. You just sit there and you may learn how to put up green beans, or you may learn how to survive the the apocalypse. It's
Right.
it's a great lunchtime conversation, and David and Lisa do a great job with it.
Or yeah, just surviving a trip home on 75.
Mm-hmm.
Not entirely different, almost the same as surviving the apocalypse.
Similar, very similar.
Yeah, yeah.
Very similar.
So, very good stuff. Yes, the rabbit hole. Champies, Sugars, wherever they meet up north. I can never get Ronnie to update the announcement. So it's at one of those places, and I think it's on Fridays, but I'm not entirely sure. In any case, check with the guys up north if you're interested in a gathering up around Chattanooga. Check with Ronnie, Jim, Jonathan. Any of those guys ought to be able to clue you in on the super secret location for the.
And I will say the first meetup that I did with in North Georgia GMRS last year was the cookout.
Uh-huh.
And you're talking about meeting everyone.
Yeah.
Just go around. You can literally just go around with your hand stuck out and just shake hands for like
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Well, that's the same way. The second cookout, or the second one that I went to at Roosters, Gary showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, got to meet Gary. That was nice.
Oh, and Biggins Barbecue. Did you make it to the Biggins Barbecue?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
We gave,
I did. It was
gave
good.
a whole bunch of stuff away, and
Yeah.
that was very cool. Let's break. So, these are great opportunities to learn things about the network, some of the common subjects and interests that we have. Like you say, at the rabbit hole, you never know what you'll learn about. It could be, field dressing, your hunting adventures. It could be, there's just no end to the possibilities with those guys, and tools, tips, just things that you might not hear of or learn about from any other group. It's always enlightening.
We have been known to bring a knife or two to the rabbit hole net.
You never know when you're gonna
we try
need to
not
skin a
scare,
rabbit.
We try not to scare the the folks in the restaurant, but we do bring a knife or two. And trade knife stories. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's important stuff, and these are some basic skills that, as a kid, that's one of the things my dad wanted to make sure that I knew how to do, was to clean an animal. If I had to hunt for food to eat, I needed to know how to clean and gut an animal and prepare it and cook it over a fire or over a grill. To be able to do that basic thing. It's truly a basic skill. But if you don't know what you're doing, you could have a dangerous meal. So it's a really important basic skill, life skill, for any young man to have. And I think that we neglect passing that skill on to our kids. So that's something that the rabbit hole community, that's a group of folks that wouldn't neglect to do that. And I think that there's a lot of value in just being around those people because they remind us of those things.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so upcoming gathering opportunity is going to be at the Hamfest coming up. We've talked a little bit about what it takes to get there, and mostly it's just if you've got a $10 bill, that'll get you through the gate. I don't know if early admission is still available, but if you buy your ticket early online, it's only $8, and that'll get you in on Saturday and Sunday. If you can only go on Sunday, then your admission will be $5, and that'll get you through the gates and access to the boneyard and all things Hamfest related on Sunday. Also, that $5 would get you into the boneyard as a vendor on Sunday. So if you've got a couple of radios that you'd like to sell, you can show up on Sunday with your $5 bill, and you can drive right on and find a parking spot in the boneyard, sit on the back gate of your pickup truck, or flip the hatch open on your car. Let me brake. Maybe put up a folding table, maybe not, and you can talk to people as they come by and sell them a radio or a microphone or a power supply or whatever surplus you have. So that's also a great opportunity for $5 to be able to get into the boneyard. For $5 is pretty cool. That's Sunday only. If you want to get in on Saturday, it's going to be the full was it $15 for Boneyard on Saturday?
Yes.
So 15 gets you into the Boneyard on Saturday. All right. Look forward to seeing all of you at the Stone Mountain Hamfest a week from Saturday.
I'll be there
All right. Tony's going to be there,
in the morning.
and he's gonna help set up Vanguard. So that's very cool. I think most of the Vanguard staff is going to be there. So if you want to come and meet the crew that does the show every week, come on out. We'd love to meet you. If you have questions about how we do things, Rogers can probably tell you because I have no idea.
Just push the right buttons, I guess.
Right buttons, left buttons, they all look the same to me.
Yes.
There's a lot of buttons. Gary, how many buttons do you have in front of you?
There's
Hundreds.
there's
Yeah,
hundreds.
hundreds.
There's
Hundreds.
hundreds. There's hundreds.
So Gary knows what they do. He's the only one here that knows.
We're
what
really
all
glad
those-
he's back.
All those buttons do. So
And I got like a 50-50 shot with it. So
So very good stuff. All right, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to acknowledge this handful of YouTube check-ins. We've got Atlanta 284 Lawrence in Griffin checking in on YouTube. We've got WRYQ727. I've seen that call sign before. Is that Miko? That is Miko.
Okay.
Yeah. So Miko is checking in. He's from upstate New York somewhere. We've got Atlanta 514 Michael in Cartersville. And Atlanta 515 Jody, also in Cartersville. It's funny how their TAC numbers are
Real
sequential.
close, aren't
It's
they?
like they even have the same call sign.
I wonder if they're related.
They could very well be. Glad to have you along, Michael and Jody. Also, we have Atlanta 785 Rick in Marietta is a YouTube check-in, and it looks like we've got one more coming in here. We've got WREQ 340 David from Wichita, Kansas is checking in on YouTube. We'll have some more YouTube check-ins here shortly. For now, let's go ahead and take some additional check-ins from any of our listeners on any repeater other than Flagship. Net Control standing by.
Control.
Atlanta 306, George. WSFR 920, checking in and checking out.
Control. Copy WQYV 343, WQYV 343. Gainesville 47, Gainesville 47, Todd.
This is Atlanta 295 WSJL 977 Rhino on Cheshire Bridge Road. Good evening, Net Control. Please check me in.
Okay, Gary, I see you cooking over there. I see you.
Just messing around.
What's the button for that blue?
This is
Because sometimes it pops up, sometimes it goes.
Whiskey Sierra Hotel Golf 331, Atlanta 350. Ted and Tucker checking in and out.
GMRS Net, region of-
This is our chat.
I had it up a minute ago.
And I'm like, oh, that's where. Oh. It was
News WRYD 494 Joe in Watkinsville. No traffic, checking in and out.
All right, let me go ahead and acknowledge this round of check-ins. We have on YouTube, we have Noonan 40 Arestus and Palmetto checking in on YouTube. On the air, we heard Atlanta 306 George in Loganville. Also, Gainesville 47 Todd from Gainesville. Both are in and out. Glad to have you along tonight, Todd. Atlanta 295 Rhino in Atlanta is in tonight. CW43 Chad in Bowersville in. Oh, he's a YouTube check-in. Thanks, Chad, for that. Atlanta 350 Ted in Tucker is in and out on the air. Atlanta 355 Damon in Canton is a YouTube check-in. And we heard WRYD. We didn't get the rest of it, but that was Joe in Watkinsville. We've got you in the log. If you want to come back with the rest of your TAC number, we'll get it in there. Otherwise, you're good just like you are, Joe. Glad to have you along tonight. With that, let's continue with check-ins from any repeater anywhere, including the flagship machine. Now, flagship is a funny animal. It's a great big set of ears in a high place, and it just has massive footprint. So one of the challenges that come with flagship, and why we set it aside for check-ins, is that's when we often get our doubles and our triples, and well, it's not exclusive to flagship, but it's just so much more common. So when we're checking in with the flagship repeater, or whenever a flagship repeater is in play, we'd like for folks to come on the air and say, this is, unkey the microphone and listen briefly, and if the airwaves are clear, key up and continue with your check-in. But if you say this is, and then you unkey and you can hear someone talking, let them finish their check-in and then try yours again. That'll help reduce the number of doubles that we get, and it will vastly improve our accuracy in logging. You
Helps
think?
with the auditors, too.
Oh, the auditors, yeah. That man, I got to tell you about the auditors some other time. But at this point, let's go ahead and continue with check-ins from any repeater anywhere, including the flagship machine. Net control standing by. You know, we don't get doubles and triples from YouTube check-ins. They're pretty easy to log. So
This is true.
for the YouTube folks, if you want to keep throwing us your check-ins.
Did we get 40?
This is WRWK95,
Unit 40.
Atlanta 250, Dana, from high atop Mount Olympus. And I'll be in and out tonight, guys.
This is WROB 245, Atlanta 849, and Pamela in Duluth will be in and out, and by relay, Atlanta 848, Ernest in Duluth will be in and out tonight also. Have a great day.
That's the next
This
get together
is-
we should be having at Brewster's.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is WSBP 983 Atlanta 395. Mark
I'd
from
rather enjoy
Kennesaw.
Wiggins.
Checking in, checking
Wiggins
out.
was good, but
Yeah.
Brewster's has some pretty great ice cream.
True.
Yeah.
The outside
else.
place at Biggins was nice. Have everybody that way they could move around. And
Lots of room and covered, and
Yeah.
that was.
it is getting cold, but still.
Well,
And they just only have ice cream, right? There's nothing else. Yeah.
at
that's it.
Brewster's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there a few times, but yeah.
Is your the one you go to during the week or on the weekend? Is it
This
on the weekend?
is-
Okay.
This is Atlanta 317, David, North Sandy Springs, Whiskey Sam Hotel Frank 269, checking in, checking out.
Still trying. That was Lula.
That's the way that works.
Yeah.
Top one is the last one.
Yeah.
This is
S27, Atlanta 923, Gordonsville, Georgia, checking in.
Yep, that's what I heard.
This is
WSJP208, Atlanta 475, checking in, checking out.
This is Atlanta 261, WRCT 399, Scott from Holly Springs. Check me in and check me out. Thank you, Net Control. And I really need to hear about Uncle Mike. Just a truly awesome person. I mean, I love all the people I hear, most all the people I hear on the radio, but you can tell he is a special person. Thank you, Net Control.
All right, let's go ahead and acknowledge this round of check-ins. We've got a really, really good roster so far tonight. We've got Atlanta 250, Mr. Magoo from up around Dahlonega, high atop Mount Olympus. That would be Dana. We have Atlanta 849 and Atlanta 848. Pamela and Ernest are both in and out. We have Dallas 64, Josh, checking in on YouTube. Atlanta 395, Mark in Kennesaw, in and out. Atlanta 317, David in North Sandy Springs. I don't know.
I didn't know there was a south.
I didn't know there was a north, I guess.
Is there a south?
Does that make this...
You're from Sandy Springs, right?
Dunwoody.
No, Dunwoody,
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Does that make this West Woodstock?
You know, there's a north, east, south, and
yeah,
west of every
you're
town,
west.
I guess.
West Woodstock?
You're
Yeah.
West Woodstock.
Yeah, West Woodstock.
So,
Okay, all right. That'll work. We heard, we barely heard, but we did hear Atlanta 923, Gene in Loganville. We had a really rough copy on you. I think you tried a couple of times to check in on the Lula machine, and when you switched to Jersey,
It was a little bit better.
We were able to get it. So it was a rough copy, but we got you. So Atlanta 923, good job on making that check in. Also, we heard Atlanta 975, Kimball incoming, in and out. Atlanta 261, Scott, the most awesome plumber there ever was. You know, Scott showed
Didn't
up.
know he's a plumber.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal plumber.
Nice.
He's the plumbest plumber there ever plumbed.
Because I can simplex with Scott.
Scott showed up on a Sunday morning to help out a neighbor. You know, my next door neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
She had a leak on the hot water outlet on her water heater, and Scott came by and he just made the leak go away.
Nice.
He used his magic powers.
Yeah.
And his soldering skills.
Oh, okay.
And it no longer leaks.
Nice.
So very good, very a simple repair, but you know that's the kind of thing these days, especially for an elderly person.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't trust that a contractor that anybody's going to come in and do the right thing, because it'd have been super easy to turn that into, oh, you need a whole new water heater.
Yeah, it's busted.
And,
you need a new one.
So $1,500 later, with a new water heater, her water heater is only 4 years old. So you know it should have 15 or 20 minutes of life left in it. But in any case, Scott, thanks for being as awesome as you are, and I really appreciate you pitching in like that. We also have WRQE398 Richard in Hayesville, Kansas. The red light's blinking.
Red light.
Let me break. Richard is a YouTube check-in. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Richard. Glad to have you along. Now, YouTube folks, just want to make that mention that we will not be on the air next week. We're going to be packing up Vanguard and taking it to the streets. It's going to be live in person at the Stone Mountain Hamfest. Now, that's in Lawrenceville. It's actually at the Gwinnett County fairgrounds. So if you're outside of the region, like if you're coming from Kansas and you want to come hang out with us, the Stone Mountain Hamfest would be a great way to do that. You should be able to find the Gwinnett County Fairgrounds on Google Maps.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing to do would be to search for Stone Mountain Hamfest in Google. And Rogers, is there a link to a map on their page right there?
Yeah, I'm going to check right quick. There
Yep.
is. Let me pull this over. And they do have directions on how to get there and everything with the
Nice.
fairgrounds entrance.
Kansas, though, is a long trip.
That is a long trip. I'm not going to hold my breath that Richard's going to show up, but if he does,
Come say hi.
that would be the coolest thing ever. So, Miko, I
Yeah,
think Miko has
Miko.
already said that he's got to work.
Oh, does he?
If I read through the chat correctly, so and we got to work. You got to work.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to take care of the important things because we can't buy radios if we don't earn an income,
No.
right?
No, they're not free.
So that's right. Well, they can be. There are going to be some door prizes,
Nice.
and I don't know exactly what the door prizes are going to be this year, but they've been some pretty good prizes, especially the grand prize. So you could end up with a free radio.
Nice.
I ended up with a book one year. It was the ARRL's new handbook. What do they call that? The handbook.
The handbook?
The handbook. I gave it to a new ham. So I mean, it was nice to win that, but I didn't really need the book, and there was a brand new ham that was there. So
Good deal.
And I didn't win it, I guess, but when I passed the tech exam in Chattanooga, they gave me a radio.
Well, you got a free radio.
Yeah, the QRZ1 or something like that, I think they call it. So,
okay.
Yeah, walked away with a free radio.
That's fantastic. I didn't know they were doing that. I don't know if they're doing that at Stone Mountain, but oftentimes when you take an exam at a Hamfest or an exam with a ham club, if you pass the test, they will offer you a 1-year honorary membership. So that's basically an invitation for you to come to their ham meetings. But that's also, we talk about the gatherings, and that's also a really good gathering. Let me break. That's also a really good way to meet fellow like-minded radio enthusiasts. Now, it's kind of a double-edged sword, all right? The common thing that I hear from people over and over again is that they go to the Hamfest and they just can't really connect to anybody. It seems like there's a clique. It seems like they have their own little group, and that's probably when you think about people that have been hanging out and playing radio together for a long time. They may not be thinking that much about the new guy that just walked in, and maybe they see new people every month and they don't think anything of it. Just don't let that get you down.
No,
Just
not
keep-
at all.
Just keep showing up, and I think that in time, once you become third or fourth time that you're there, now you're regular, and now you're one of the guys, and they'll maybe invite you to lunch after or whatever they do. Just stick it out, and I think that you'll be able to cut through that introductory tension.
That's why we have lunches.
Yeah, and it's a
Picnics.
It's a great way because you can sit there and eat and not say anything because if the food is that good.
Right.
I'm not
just
gonna talk
eating.
to you.
I'm just eating. I'm not
Okay.
ignoring you.
You're gonna have to wait until the chicken is gone. And
And speaking of prizes here, Stone Mountain Hamfest. Wow, look at this grand prize. I'm going to throw that up there on the YouTube. The grand prize is a Yaesu FT710 HF rig.
Very nice.
100 watt SDR. So
that could make the trip from Kansas worthwhile.
It could be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Richard, no obligation or anything, but hope to see you there. So that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I guess
well,
on the other side of this, if Richard shows up, he's going to expect me to go to the Hamfest in Kansas.
well, something about a salad as well. Salad? Is this the?
That's coming up in February.
Oh, that's February.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no free salad at this one.
No, there's not a free salad at this one. Well, there could be if Mike goes, but no. When you take your ham test at Dalton, at the Hamfest in Dalton,
I did.
okay,
I took my
so-
general there.
So it's at the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And so when you pass your test at the restaurant, and you take your freshly minted 605 form, up to the cashier after you've taken your test,
Mm-hmm.
and you order lunch, you can get a free salad with the purchase of a buffet.
Ah, see, that's what I did wrong. They were doing it electronic that year, and you didn't get the form.
You didn't get the 605?
I didn't get no salad. No, I didn't. Well. Was Mike the last one to get the free salad?
Mike might be the last free salad there ever was.
Dang it.
I didn't know that.
Well, I don't know.
Did you get a 605 form when you tested?
605, which one?
That's
is
what
that?
I said. There was a 605 form.
It's the little half sheet of paper that's got the VE signatures on it that proves that you've made that accomplishment.
I think ours was an email.
They gave me an envelope with a few things in it, so I think it may be in there.
So you might even have gotten a certificate for lunch.
Yeah. You didn't check.
You know, I believed that free salad thing for a long time. I was like, hey, I want to get my salad.
It's true. You can have a free salad with the purchase of a buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't take the test, you can still get the free salad. But if you take the test, it's even freer. So.
Gotcha.
All right, so we've got a couple more check-ins on YouTube I'm going to acknowledge here real quick. We got Gainesville 58, and that would be Mr. Simplex from Oakwood.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Chattanooga 84, Jim from Hickson, both checking in on YouTube. We'll go ahead and get those, since I see them right here, go ahead and get those acknowledged. And so we've acknowledged everything else. That puts the count at 71. That's a pretty good number. So we'll have an opportunity for additional check-ins. Any late check-ins or questions or comments that come up along the way, go ahead and make that when we come back for one final round of check-ins. And, you know, for folks on YouTube, if you've got questions or comments for the conversation along the way, go ahead and just throw them in the chat, and we'll try to get them on the air. I've got plenty of help here tonight. You know, when it's just Rogers and me, it's kind of tough to keep up with YouTube and the conversations and everything else that's going on. But it's a lot easier when we've got a full house, and then we've got Mike riding the chair up in Blue Ridge.
Yeah, I don't understand how Mike does it so fast.
He's
I don't.
he's particularly skilled. Let's break. Yeah, Mike is particularly skilled at data entry, and he's got a remarkable set of ears. How do you hear me?
And that's what I was
Mostly
going to say.
with my ears.
Right. He caught a triple earlier.
Yeah.
He's
triple.
Yeah, he's done that before, and that's good stuff. Yeah, although it's funny, the one TAC number he missed was the 63 TAC number, which is the same as his. So it was Gainesville 63 instead of Blue Ridge 63, but we got it figured out because I was able to look at a check-in from a couple of weeks ago and put the pieces together. So good stuff. All right, let's go to the top of the roster. Does anybody have anything else to add with regard here in the room with regard to gatherings and stuff? We covered pretty much everybody. All right, so let's go to first on the list. We've got Atlanta 403. Bobby is currently at a gathering at the Vortex. Bobby, what have you got going on, and what's on the menu for Wednesday?
Well, we had chicken casserole tonight, but Wednesday at Roosters, I always get the Rooster Burger. And good thing you put the picture up. I didn't know you can get it with bacon. So now I'm psyched for Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that Rooster Burger. And, yeah, your buddy there, Tony, he's been to a couple of our Rooster gatherings, and we always wonder which car he's going to bring, and it's always good to see him there. And yeah, we have a good time. And this spring will be our third year of doing it, I believe, in April or May. I'm not quite sure when, but yeah, we've been doing it about 3 years now. So, and we've always had a good time and good folks gathering, and yeah, it's always been great. Met a lot of good people along the way that come and go to our luncheons.
Blue Ridge 27W SHE 618. We're checking in and monitoring.
All right, looks like Mike logged that as Gainesville 27. I thought I heard Blue Ridge 27.
I couldn't hear it.
But it was low audio, so Charles, did we get that correct?
Blue Ridge 2727, WSHD 618. We're checking in and monitoring.
All right, so that wasn't Charles, that was Robert. Okay, we got that corrected. Appreciate that. Like I say, we'll be taking additional check-ins when we get to the end of the comments, but glad we've got you in there nonetheless. So, Bobby, you've had a pretty good run, 3 years at Roosters. Do you have any plans for Stone Mountain?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be at Stone Mountain. I'll be there Saturday morning as early as I can. It's about an hour drive, 45 minutes from up here in Wake County, so should be no problem. But, yeah, I definitely plan on being there.
All right, yeah, so for you and for Mark and whoever else can show up early enough on Saturday morning, we'll be standing up the tower Saturday morning. So looking for some volunteers to and that's, we should have pretty much everything else set up on Friday. And I'll get as much of the tower ready as we can so that it's just a matter of standing it up on Saturday. And then I'll need a few hands on Sunday afternoon to help lay the tower back down again. And
It's not that heavy,
and
but
separate
it's just
it.
awkward.
It is, you got, all together, you've got nearly 50 feet of stuff on that tower. So you've got 2 sections of roan that gets you up to about 20 feet. You've got 2 sections of 10.5-foot chain link fence top rail. And then you've got that, the antenna, whatever that, I don't even remember what, it's the 712. The GMRS 712.
And the GB9.
The ECF, I think it is. So that antenna is around 10 feet tall. So all in all, we're going to have 50 feet of antenna and tower to stand up and to take back down. So it's a bit much for one person, but
oh yeah,
3 people seems to be a good number. And if we have a 4th person, he can be the pin man. So that works out. We get to a point where I'm not strong enough to be in the front to do any good, and I'm not tall enough in the back to be any good. But if we've got enough good help, we can stand that thing up and get it back down. So it's very good. I always, I need to be involved, but at some point, maybe I'm just in the way. Maybe I need to be the pin man.
We all need supervisors.
Yeah.
I think there were 4 of us taking it down at Chattanooga, or was it 5? I think 4 or 5.
Well, there's
We got it
probably,
down.
in all reality, there's probably 2 doing the work, and the rest were just there.
I was holding it for moral support.
Yes. I'm not tall enough.
It's hard to it's hard to get to the place where you can, especially once that thing gets 10 or 12 feet in the air. And if Mark is in front of me, I don't have any hope because I mean he's so tall.
Yes.
And if I'm reaching up as high as I can, I'm about his shoulder height. So, hopefully Mark will be there again Saturday morning to help us stand it up, and we'll see what happens Sunday afternoon. We'll get it down one way or the other. Gravity is the last resort, but it's always there. So, all right, Bobby, and if you can be there to help, you and I can. One of us are going to be the pin man. Bobby is a little bit shorter than I am.
Yep,
so
I
think one way or the other, we'll get the pins handled. All right then. Next on the list we have Dr. Steve in Baldwin. We're not sure if he's in or not, but let's see if Dr. Steve has any comments for the net tonight. All right, then. We're going to show Toccoa 6-0 as in and out and continue right along tonight. Next on the roster, we have McDonough 22 Tim in Stockbridge. Now, I don't imagine Tim's going to make it to Stone Mountain Hamfest. It's a bit of a haul from McDonough. But Tim, do you have any plans on any local gatherings? You usually have a breakfast down that way. It used to be in our announcements.
Yeah, good evening, everybody on the net. And yes, I will not be making it to the Hamfest. As you said, that's a little bit of a haul for me. And every once in a while, some of our guys from down here do make it to that. I don't know if one or two of them might be going to the Hamfest this time or not. But I do believe our local McDonough club down here was one of the first, if not the first, to start having local breakfasts probably about 4 years ago, maybe, I think. But anyway, we don't have a regular, it's not like the second Saturday or second Thursday of the month or anything like that. Every month it kind of happens on a different, usually on a Saturday morning we've been meeting for breakfast. We kind of broke the chain a little bit. I think it was 3 weeks ago. We decided instead of meeting for breakfast here at where we've been meeting at Pappy's Cuban Grill for breakfast on one Saturday a month down here in Stockbridge. Let me break. And we kind of shook things up a little bit this month, and I think it was the first Saturday of October. We met at the original Shane's Barbecue down here between Stockbridge and McDonough on Highway 155, and had quite a few show up. I think we posted some pictures on Facebook and everything. And so I just want to encourage everybody that can and will to get to these meetings. Many of us that are down here in the Stockbridge, McDonough, Locust Grove area are also members of HCARS, the Henry County Amateur Radio Society, and sometimes their members meet with us for our breakfast, and sometimes when they have a get-together, we get together with them. So it's kind of a cross thing that happens down here between the ham side and the GMRS side. Actually, we were supposed to have an in-person ham meeting tonight and everything, but our meeting is held at the Henry County Emergency Operations Center where the 911 thing is. So we got canceled out tonight because of they were having some other training services going on down there for our local EMT trainees that are getting trained for their job. So they took over the facility for this evening, and we didn't have time to reschedule. Let me break. So I was able to stay home and get on the GMRS net tonight, which I usually miss one night a month at least because of the ham meetings. But yeah, like I said, I just want to encourage everybody that can get together at a local event. It's really fun to meet the new guys. Our breakfast is so early that our new guy that lives down close to Macon, Georgia, McDonough 24, who is a father to Cage Cove 24, Mr. Robert Barnes, he can't make it for breakfast. That's a long haul for him to make, but since we did lunch this last time at Shane's Barbecue down here, we were able to get Robert up here to meet with us, and had a great time meeting him and his wife for the first time in a GMRS meeting. He did make it to one of our ham meetings, which is late at night, but anyway, it's always good to meet the new guys and to see the old people and catch up. And just want to say condolences to all the friends and family of Mr. We call him Uncle Mike from up around Cherry Log. Gonna miss him greatly, and prayers for him and his family there. So having said that, I'll throw it back to net control.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. It is a sad day. We've got a silent key for BR549. Mike left an impact for a lot of people. In fact, I was just looking at a comment from Chat69 that he says that he met Mike at a gathering that Mike had organized, and I kind of remember that because I think that's when I met Chat 69. Was at that very gathering at the park up around Lake Allatoona. Man, that 5, 6, probably 6 years ago, I think. But Mike commented in that was that Uncle Mike. I'm sorry, Ronnie commented that Uncle Mike gave him his first base radio station. So I know that Uncle Mike did a lot of things like that for a lot of folks. Mike was one that he really liked tinkering with radios, and so he would come on the air, and you could hardly make him out. You could hardly understand. You could tell it was Mike, but you just couldn't make out what he was saying. And over the course of the next 2 or 3 days, the signal would get a little bit better. And then about the time he'd have his radio fixed and have it dead full quiet into the repeater, then he'd tear the antenna down and give it to somebody.
Nice.
Or give his radio away. And I can't tell you how many times he did that. I was frustrated by that because we just finally got to where we can hear you, Mike, and now you've given your rig away and starting from scratch. But I think he took a lot of joy in the challenge of putting together a good radio station. And once he had a good radio station, well, he needed something else to do, and the best way for him to get into the next radio station was to get rid of the one he's got fixed up. So I think there are a lot of folks around here that probably scored a finely tuned radio from Uncle Mike. Just one of the things that he enjoyed doing so much was working on and constantly improving his radio station. And you know, once somebody told him his sounded good, then well, by golly, he'd get rid of it.
But it's good though. I mean, you know, I have friends and family that I'm trying to get into radio, and you know, I would love for them to be able to, you know, take some of my gear as I upgrade and look at new toys.
Oh yeah, and that's the best. That's the best thing to do with a radio. Once you've upgraded out of the radio that you've been using, give that away to somebody that can make use of it, and hopefully that will spark and inspire them to pursue radio. There's no end to the challenges, and once you think you've got it all figured out, you'll learn that there's more to this than meets the eye. So I would encourage anyone, if you're looking for a challenge, radio is a great place to go because it can always be very challenging. Let me break. All right, and I owe our next contestant on tonight's net an email. Colt, I've forgotten all about the email that you sent, and yes, I am interested. I guess I need to have a conversation with you. We'll have to exchange some contact info. If you're interested and available to help out at the Stone Mountain Hamfest, let me know what your availability is, and we'll definitely could use a hand. Saturday morning, putting up the tower. Sunday afternoon, taking it down. Whatever works best. Both, if you're able, and if you'd like to help out anywhere else in between, we do like for our volunteers to be sporting the black shirt with the big green marble. So if you've got one, that's great. If you don't have one, then we don't have anything. I don't think we have anything on our webpage at the moment. The merch store is offline at the moment. I think Jeff and Kate still have some inventory, so if you know how to get a hold of them, you might be able to score some of that. They don't have a wide selection in sizes, so you may have to kind of take what they've got. But the prices are right. If you're interested in any of that merchandise and you know how to get a hold of Jeff and or Kate, I would encourage that. Otherwise, there will be an offering on our merch store coming up soon, but it's not available quite yet. That's probably going to be sometime around Thanksgiving, I think, when that's open back up. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, if you're going to volunteer for the event, would love for you to have a representing shirt on, either for NGARA or NGGMRS. Colt, do you have any plans for any get-togethers coming up? You going to start putting one together in Dalton?
ending in 260, WSEM 494. Yes, I'll shoot you an email tonight showing you my contact info. That being said, if you don't have a shirt, I guess I can steal the graphics and make something temporarily for the event. Might even tie-dye it. You never know. That being said, I think we're getting close to needing a Dalton group. I think we probably got 5 or 7 people here that are pretty active. But that should be coming pretty soon. I think we should try for something maybe in December or January. Maybe the first one will get together to get North Georgia GMRS up this way to see what Dalton's all about. The great state of Dalton, as might be said. All that to be said, in case everyone doesn't know, that Justin is throwing a Christmas party at his house. He'll share the address and everything later. That's what I heard through a rumor in Milwaukee. But no, the North Georgia GMS group, I tell you, I've been involved with ham radio and other kinds of radios for a long time. And this is one of the only groups I've been a part of where there's not really a lot of gatekeepers and a lot of people that are just trying to protect it and not allow people from the outside in. And that's what I really enjoy about this group, is that all are welcome. It might be awkward at the beginning getting involved, but you stick it out for a couple of visits, and you're in. Really appreciate everything y'all are doing here tonight. And looking forward to the Christmas party, Justin. Thanks for the invite, and we'll back to you.
Oh, very good. You spilled the beans on the Christmas party, but since you've done that, I think we may as well go ahead and offer up the address. That's going to be held at 129 East Morris Street in Dalton, Georgia. Once again, that's 129 East Morris Street in Dalton, Georgia. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great party, and I'm looking forward to. I don't know what all the offerings are going to be at that party, but I believe you likely could get a new set of tires for your car,
or some shocks.
Maybe some shocks. You could have some off-road upgrades.
Okay. Wow.
I think what Studio F needs is some underbody lights.
Ah.
Yeah, I think that.
I didn't realize that would be you.
Yeah, that's going to be at the Christmas party.
Okay.
Nice. So that's a great idea, Colt. Glad that you.
Thanks, Colt.
You mentioned that, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What do you think, Rogers?
I'm all for it. Anything that brings people and families together. Let's do it. Let's do it.
You're all about the gatherings.
Yeah,
all about the gathering. So we'll all have to get together at 129 East Morris Street
in Dalton.
In Dalton.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you need the zip code? It looks like it's 30721.
How's parking?
It's tight.
Okay.
It's tight.
Carpool.
Yeah, carpool if you. Yeah, but parking is definitely tight. All right. Well, thank you for that, Colt, and look forward to seeing you at the Stone Mountain Hamfest here in just a few days.
Crickets.
Has anybody seen Colt?
That's hilarious. All right, you win. I tell you, y'all are fun. Yeah, I'll reach out with you. I do need to get a shirt. But anyways, back to y'all. Try to get these things.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for playing, being the contestant on tonight's episode of North Georgia GMRS Network. Glad to have you along. Our next contestant is Atlanta 557, Ed, in Kennesaw. Ed, you've been known to host a gathering or two. What gathering is your favorite?
Oh man, that is so hard. And good evening, Net. I'm a little partial to the gathering at Old Town Grill, but Taco Mac is also a very good one. And of course, I think the one to beat with all the prizes, and you never know what's going to happen next, is the one at JR's barbecue. That's got to be my favorite.
Yeah, I think I haven't been to JR's, but it's on my list of things I want to check out. But I don't know what the catering is like at 129 East Morris Street. Do you?
No.
Do you have any idea what
I don't know it would be that good, would it? I don't know.
It can't be better than JR's though.
No, it can't. It really can't be. I would think that.
Well, Ed does one too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at the Old Town Grill.
Old Town.
So that's going to be pretty high on the list. And like you said, the Taco Mac gathering is great. The menu is pretty okay. I don't know about the menu at the Old Town.
Not been there.
But that's just looking at that place online. That looks like a pretty tasty meal there.
It looks
and
good.
I'm sure JR's is really good. So it might be better than Taco Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah. The chances are pretty good that would be. So I think that yeah. Now Champy's, I love Champy's. That's if you're into fried chicken, that's one of the better fried chicken places around. I'm so disappointed when we came to Georgia. One of my favorite meals is fried chicken. We had some great fried chicken options in Indiana. And we came down here, and you know where we go for fried chicken? Publix.
They do have good fried chicken, though.
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, it's disappointing to me that's the best fried chicken.
I don't know of any other
we've
fried
found.
chicken
I mean,
place.
I've got within a mile of here. I must have 3 or 4 chicken places. We've got Guthrie's. We've got Bojangles. We've got KFC. What else do we have? We've got Family Traditions makes pretty good fried chicken, but it's not fast. You can't just go pick that up like you can at Publix. So we've got lots of good options, but they're just not anywhere near as good as Publix is hands down the best. So and that just wasn't the case when we were in Fort Wayne. We had lots of good chicken options. So I think that's what we need to do at 129 East Morris Street is cater in some chicken, probably from Publix.
Hey Ed, what do you like at what is it, Old Town? Where's he at?
Yeah, at the Old. What do you order?
What do you order, Ed?
Well, I will say that the menu is pretty good. I'm partial to the Philly cheesesteak that they have there. It's pretty good. I know that 848 likes his vegetables, so they have real good vegetables there. Every time he comes, he has that and salmon, so that's also a good plate. But everything's good. I haven't had anything that's bad. I will say, though, in a closing comment, and in all seriousness, as you've heard tonight and in other nets, we have meetups everywhere, north, south, east, west of Midtown. So if you're on the fence, if you've been thinking about joining one of the meetups and just haven't pushed the trigger on it, you have lots of choices. So I would encourage everybody to come out and meet the people that you're talking to or listening to every day. We've got them everywhere. And with that, back to Net Control.
Yeah, Ed, that's very true, and I think that probably one of the things that is great about that is, say you go to the Old Town Grill, and you're awkward and uncomfortable about meeting people, but if you just sit down at the table and order some food, you're at least going to enjoy the meal. And so the worst case scenario is you come out of it with a pretty decent meal, and then you might accidentally meet a few people and decide to go again. So I really encourage folks to do that. Now, if you're in a corner of the North Georgia GMRS universe, and there's just not an easy gathering to get to, then take a look around at some local restaurants and some local places near you, and see if you can organize an event of your own. It doesn't have to be at a restaurant. If you want to get a room at a library, or if you want to have an event at a park, that can be a carry-in potluck sort of a thing. There's any of a number of options that you can do to exercise. And if you'll just let me know what your event is, where it is, we'll talk about it on the net, and I'll share those announcements with the other net controllers, and they can talk about those events on their nets as well. So just like to make that information available and hope for the best success that we can. I know a gathering was tried in the Knoxville region, in that area, Rockwood, I think it was. If those folks up there want to try to do that again, or up around Cades Cove, just put it together and let us know what it is, and we'll talk it up and see if we can help some folks show up at your event.
And I like that they're not all during the week. There's some on Saturdays, so no matter what your schedule is, you should be able to find one that you could make.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, if you have to drive a little bit to get to one on Saturday, that may be,
Your only
obviously,
option.
it's tough for me. It's tough for me to show up, on a Tuesday or during the week, the Fridays that they typically do up north. But if that's the time and date that works for your group, make it happen. You don't have to accommodate me. And even if you tried to accommodate me, my schedule is so tight. I've been trying to get the JRs for 3 or 4 months now. And I don't even want to say that, okay, Rogers, look for me this time because I'm going. Because every time I think that I'm going to be able to go, then I find out that, I'm obligated to this, or I've committed to that, or I'm expected to be here or there. So even though in the back of my mind I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to go this time, I don't say anything because very often circumstances come up that keep me from being there. So one of these days I'm going to show up, but I don't know when.
Is Ed coming to the Hamfest?
Ed, are you going to be at the Hamfest? Yeah, he's got a presentation, I believe.
Yes, sir. I will be there. Absolutely. I'll be there to help out and also visit the boneyard in between activities, and then a mesh-tastic presentation both days, both afternoons. I believe it's at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, but you'll see it in the Hamfest literature. But yes, absolutely, I'll be there both days.
All right, Ed, don't forget to get with me about your admission, because I think I've got that covered. Anybody else that's I think you're the only one that's doing a presentation.
Jennifer still not agreed?
Well, I'm gonna hold a pass for her.
Oh yeah.
I expect that Jennifer will change her mind at the last minute, and we may have to have Jennifer's forum right here at Vanguard.
Okay.
But I think we can do that.
Yeah.
I think it'll work. So I'm going to hold a pass for Jennifer for that reason. And same thing, Mark. If you're going to be there to help me set up the tower, I'll have a pass for you. So, all right then. Who else do I have a pass for?
Rogers.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Gary.
I'll be there.
All right. We'll see. We'll see. I was going to bring a pass for Julie, but I don't think I'm going to now.
Trick or
Okay,
treat.
well, thanks for that, Ed. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir. Thanks for the time, and I'll turn it over to you. Have a great rest of the night.
All right, we're coming up on the end of our list. There's just a couple more left. So next on our roster, we have Gainesville 113, Keith in Buford. Keith, do you have any questions or comments for tonight's net? Is there a gathering that you enjoy?
Yeah, the only gatherings I've been to are the C.B. Smith gatherings that we've had annually from 2022, 23, and 24. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the 2025 gathering because of a family wedding in Gaston, South Carolina, so I kind of missed that one. But I have enjoyed all of those, and I think the closest luncheon that I'm closest to is probably the one down in Peachtree Corners. So I'm going to look into that, and then maybe thinking about trying to get a gathering together here in close to where I live at a place called Papa Jack's at Duncan's Corners that would serve Jefferson, Winder, the Auburn area, and Flowery Branch area, and Beaufort area. If we could get something together there for maybe a breakfast on a Saturday, that might be something we could look in front out with.
All right. Well, I tell you, the thing to do is to find the venue first and go talk to the restaurant and say, hey, I'd like to have a little gathering here. Just a handful of people to start, and then it might grow into something bigger. And just check with them and see if they're willing to accommodate that. Some restaurants are glad to know that you're going to bring a handful of people in, and some restaurants would really rather not have a large crowd. So, that's something that you really should check with the restaurant first. I think the majority of them are going to appreciate it. But we've actually had folks that have approached restaurants, and they've said no, we don't do parties. So So sometimes they'd rather not have a large group. So check with a restaurant, find a venue. Once you've done that and you've got a location that would enjoy having us, then let the people nearest you know that's what you're planning to do, and see if you can get 3 or 4 of your radio friends and family and etc. to show up at the first couple of them. Let us know. I'll talk about them on the air, and see if we can, raise your crowd count just a little bit, and then go from there. And Pamela's group's been together for a year now.
Yeah, coming up in November, it'll be 1 year.
And so the attendance has gotten steadily better over time, and so it takes consistency. And I think if you've got a regularly scheduled event, and that schedule doesn't have to be rigid. I think that Tim was talking about. They get together regularly, but it's not on a second Tuesday or third Saturday, or it's just whenever they can make it happen. So that works also. Consistency could just mean that you're doing it once a month, or that you're doing it once a quarter, or that you're doing it once a week. It depends on your group and what your scheduling and availability is. There's no way I could do something like that once a week, but I'd love to. Once upon a time, we got together with a group for dinner on Wednesday nights every week. Had a great time. Did that for almost 2 years.
Wow.
But times change and things change, and that doesn't necessarily hold up over time. But hopefully you can make that happen, and hopefully we'll see it something more than Smith's annual barbecue. I haven't heard any news as to what the next one's going to be, but I'm fairly certain there's going to be one. So we'll see what the details are when we get closer to it. But that's also another great gathering.
It was very enlightening to see Flagship and the operation, the repeater, the tower, and meet a lot of people.
And Flagship is also another option for us. We can definitely open up that venue again for an event. I think that CV is working towards a different location for the next event. So we'll have to see what that is, if that's ready this year or next year. But let's break. And for the folks out of the area, if there was any event that you are thinking about making a point to come into Georgia for, the Smith Family Barbecue would be the one. That's where you're going to meet the most people. That's the largest gathering that we have, with the most North Georgia GMRS members in attendance, and that would be one that we would love to see our out-of-town friends and family be able to show up at that. So
plus the food was really good.
The food is usually outstanding, and last time it was just burgers and hot dogs, but in the past it's been a pretty phenomenal plate of barbecue that Trey Smith prepares, and the sides, and the desserts. It's all there. So it's a great meal and great fellowship. So good stuff. I think with that, Keith, did you have anything you wanted to follow up with?
No, I'll just say I just got through 4 weeks of vitrectomy surgery, which was a detached retina and macula surgery. But during that 4 weeks, I certainly had some time to spend on HRO and DX engineering, and spent way too much money and acquired a couple of radios. But everything's going good after that, and seems to be improving each day. So I'm glad I'm done through I'm back to work officially. And hopefully I won't be spending time trying to spend more money on the internet.
Well, that's an interesting point, Keith. I just wonder, can you claim those purchases as medical expenses related to your recovery?
I'll try and let you know.
I'm sure they helped.
Yeah, I'm sure that those purchases were massively beneficial to your recovery, and glad to know that you have recovered and are returning to work. And that's kind of scary stuff, that macular detachment.
Ooh, doesn't sound good.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming
at all.
But glad to know that you're back and going to get back to work, and hopefully that works out. I'd be really excited to learn that you could claim those related to recovery,
The government is shut down,
medical expenses.
so you never know.
So yeah, I think that counts.
Get it in now.
Get it in now.
Some of us could meet our deductible really quick.
Right.
Really quick.
I think we're on to something, Keith. Let me know how that plays out. Next on our list, we have Atlanta 295 Rhino in Atlanta. Rhino, have you been to any of our luncheons or gatherings? Do you plan on coming to the Hamfest?
Good evening, Net Control. This is Atlanta 295. I haven't been. I've been deep in a project here and haven't gotten to play on my radio too much lately. So I'm glad to be on here tonight. Thanks for calling on me. I haven't been to any North Georgia GMRS related events, but I have been known to cut up at a shindig. That's for sure. Let me break. I was thinking about it. I was like, well, the second date I went on with my wife, I invited her to a potluck, and I didn't know the people. I was invited by a friend, and so I took her to a stranger's house, and I brought food with me. I made 2 dishes to go with me. So potlucks, I like a gathering and everything like that. I'll thank Pamela. She heard me talking on the radio the other day and invited me. Made sure I got it on the calendar, know where to go. We were able to email back and forth. So I'll be attending the one there that they put on. So I'm looking forward to it. I will be. Let me break. I will be at Saturday at the Hamfest. At Stone Mountain Hamfest. I have a twin sister, and she's getting married on Sunday that weekend. I asked her to move the date, obviously, but she wouldn't do it. So I'm going to be there Saturday only. And also, I would attend this Christmas party, but it sounds like it's going to turn into maybe a National Lampoon Christmas cat situation, so I might pass on that. But with that, I'll turn it back to you, Net Control.
Well, I don't know. I think this Christmas party is going to be a lot of fun, and but it's hard to say exactly what the turnout will be.
Do we know the date on it yet?
We've never been to the venue. I don't. Okay. We'll have to get with Colt on when the date of my Christmas party at his shop is going to be, and once we know what that date and time is, then we'll have to release the address. I think that was 129 East Morris Street. Dalton, yeah. So you could go there for the Christmas party or a new set of tires.
Or buy a set of new tires for somebody for Christmas.
I think that's a great idea. I wonder if Colt does like gift certificates.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. To buy 4 tires, get 3 free.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Hey, Rhino, I feel you on the wedding. I have a wedding Saturday afternoon to go to. So I will be there Saturday morning, but then back on Sunday.
So talking about wedding stories in North Georgia GMRS Radio, I actually have a wedding story.
That doesn't surprise me a bit.
So, yeah, so a good friend of ours on the net, he might even be listening, Atlanta 261. Do you remember the plumber?
Yes.
He's the plumbest plumber there ever plumbed.
Yes.
So Scott was involved in a terrible car accident.
Ooh.
And he was in the hospital, and the date for his daughter's wedding was approaching. And he was still recovering at the hospital. You know what his daughter did? You know, she could have moved the date and made it sometime after he was recovered so that he could be there. But you know what she did instead?
What?
She had the ceremony at the hospital.
Really?
So that he could attend from his hospital bed and roll her down the aisle in an actual wedding ceremony.
That's cool.
With the ring, with the pastor, with her brand new husband, and then they went to the venue and had a ceremonial ceremony with the rest of the friends and family. But they invited me to attend that.
Nice.
That was the coolest thing
Daddy's
ever.
girl.
Yeah. That was the coolest thing ever. So, great family, great people, kind of people that you just want to be able to spend time with, because there's just an awesomeness that surrounds them. So, that was very cool. So, Scott, if you're listening, there's that wedding story one more time. So, yeah, I'm glad to know that your twin sister's getting married. I'm a little disappointed because when you said twin sister, I was hoping you were going to bring her.
Right.
But I kind of understand now that there's absolutely no chance of that.
Nah.
And that's okay.
She's got stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, anyway, we'll be able to meet Rhino's twin sister by proxy. So
yep.
I think that's as close as we're going to get. Well, good stuff. Thanks for that, Rhino. Do you have anything you want to add? Do you have a date for the Christmas party?
Unless you're available, I do have a date. But if you're not available, I've got a backup. Don't worry.
So the Christmas party will be at 129 East Moore Street on December the 15th. Justin will be officiating with Studio B doing karaoke.
That actually could maybe happen. So be careful there. These are possibilities, but I like it. All right, Rhino. Well, thanks for that, and yeah, we'll have to have some conversations. Maybe there's going to be a Christmas party. Next on our list, we have in the tail gunner position, we have Blue Ridge 27 Robert in McKaysville. I think we had a rough copy on Robert. We didn't catch in or out, but we've got you on the roster. Robert, do you have any questions or comments or any radio gatherings you'd like to talk about? Maybe we need to have one in Blue Ridge or McKaysville. All right, not hearing a response from Robert. We're going to go ahead and show Robert as in and out. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and open up for any late check-ins or any questions or comments. We're going to wrap things up here in just a little bit. But before we do, I want to make sure everybody has a chance to check in tonight. So we're going to open up the floor. Any questions, comments, any late check-ins? Net Control standing by.
Atlanta 849 with a comment.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, my.
All right, no check-ins, but we have Pamela with the last word.
I need it in the log, guys.
I don't think I saw it up top.
Technically, I have to put my own name in.
Log it in.
Oh yeah, you do have to put your own name in.
Dang it.
Huh. All right, got just a couple of YouTube check-ins here to throw in here, and then Pamela's comment coming up here shortly. So we've got on YouTube, we've got Atlanta 420 William in Roswell. Also, we've got WRUJ 962 is greetings from San Jose, California. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
No, I got those mixed up. That's San Jose, California is WRYB
816.
And then WRUJ 962 is checking in from North Idaho. That's Mr. Roman.
We're across the country tonight.
Yeah. So we are nationwide. Yeah, just like ZZ Top, I think. And Mr. Roman says our volume is very low. I'm not entirely sure because based on the VU meter, it should be just about right. But maybe it is low on YouTube. We'll have to investigate
Let's
that.
look. Well, it's a long ways to Idaho from here.
It could be.
So
it could be.
We could have a loss in signal.
Yeah.
So it's that long cable loss.
It is. It is.
All right. And so thanks, Mr. Roman, for tuning in to us tonight, all the way from North Idaho. And also LoadSmart from San Jose, California. And everybody else from out of state, glad to have you along. Also, we have Atlanta 1150 Tony.
He's in?
From Canton. Is he in or in and out?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. I think he's out there.
Well,
that's for sure. So all right, and what else do we have? Is that it from YouTube?
Yes.
All right then. Okay, so that's what we have. Let's go to comments from Pamela, Atlanta 849. Go ahead, Pamela.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Been a good net. I was actually supposed to be doing something else and was not really going to be able to listen, but y'all were doing so well, I just had to keep listening and I've enjoyed it. Let me break. And I was going to say, the Old Town Grill, talking about the different places that we like to attend, they do have a great salmon, steamed broccoli, great salads, a little bit different menu than probably some of the other locations that people have gatherings at. Break. And, of course, all you need to do is Google the one that I do at JR's Log House because there's so much on there I can't even go into it on the phone. On the radio. And my friend Uncle Mike, I was barely able to call us in tonight because that's a real special subject right there, and I'm sorry I haven't been in touch with him recently, and so anyway, definitely gonna miss him. Let me break. And I heard about this Christmas party. Oh man, love parties. Sounds like a fun thing, but I got a feeling it's the same week that we meet on a Saturday, so we may have to adjust something the month of December. And it was great hearing different people that are interested in coming out and joining us. We look forward to having everybody there, and any questions, of course, go to the website. And do y'all have any questions or comments for me?
What is your favorite menu item at JR's Log House? What is your go-to? If you couldn't have anything else, you could only have one thing every time you went, what would that be?
Really, Justin, you asked a loaded question there because I can never decide. Sometimes I'm the last one ordering because I like so many items. As far as the meat, probably the barbecue pork is my favorite, and they have an awesome country fried steak, and it's enough for 3 meals for me, so it's a good size. And I have a favorite vegetable that they make, their casserole, and it's their squash casserole, and it is really good. I never ate squash before I ate there, and they have a great broccoli rice casserole, actually. God, I could go on. I don't know, and I love their onion rings. Oh, those are something else. They melt in your mouth.
It always boils down to food, doesn't it? We're always,
we're always hungry.
We're always hungry. We're always looking for a reason to go somewhere and eat something.
Well,
so
you look for that good restaurant. It's not just what you want to eat. It's that good restaurant.
Well, anymore, it used to be that we would drop a hat and just go out to eat someplace. But it's a little bit different now. The economy's different. Money's a little bit tighter for everybody. So when we do go out, we want it to be a little bit special. We want it to be worthwhile. We don't want to go out and eat junk. We want to have a good meal. And I think that all of these places are good representations of that, with the exception of that place in Dalton. I'm not sure how good the food is there. Has anybody seen any reviews for the menu at that place in Dalton?
I was looking online. I think their takeout is got some good reviews on that.
I don't know. I heard it was rubbery.
Rubbery. Yeah. So we'll have to. The jury's out on that one, but we'll explore that in time, and hopefully we come up with something good in the Dalton area for for a gathering. And like I say, we might need to do something up in Blue Ridge, McKaysville, somewhere in that area. There's lots of areas where we could definitely use. We've got the Taco Mac over there on the west side, but we need, maybe something in the Noonan area. I think it'd be good to have a gathering somewhere in that corner of the world, and maybe Watkinsville, or maybe over in Athens. Who wouldn't go to Athens? It's a bit of a haul from here, but I'd do it once,
Right.
just to be able to attend that, just like Pamela's event. I'd like to do that at least once. So good stuff. All right. With that in mind, I do want to make one more mention. Uncle Mike was a treasure on the network. His stories, his wisdom, his friendship, his just his spirit was uplifting. It always brought a smile to my face to hear Uncle Mike on the air, and BR549 will certainly be a significant silent key on our roster, and he's appreciated. He will be remembered and thought of often. So I'd like to dedicate tonight's net to Uncle Mike, and for everyone listening tonight, thank you for your sentiments, for the comments that I've seen on chats and in texts and on Facebook, and just thanks for all of that. I'd like to just let everyone know how much I appreciate the sentiment there. With that, we have what do we end up in our roster? Let's see if I'm not sure. Well, he's not even logged in anymore, so I think
He was putting the kids to bed.
Yeah, I think we've lost our free salad tonight. But
my count says 76.
With that, it looks like 76 is our. You think that's going to get by the auditors?
I didn't do it, so yeah.
All right, Roger.
I put my own name in though.
That's never going to fly. All right, we got a break. All right, so this one's already going to get flagged by the auditors. We know that. But 76 is the count that we're going to go with. So with that in mind, I think we're going to say this concludes the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. Tonight, we had a total of 76 chickens, including net control. We will now be returning the repeaters back to normal use. Everyone who signed in should sign out. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And, if you know anybody that might have an interest in radio, share the episode with them. I think those shares go a long way towards helping the channel to grow. So if you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. Don't tune in next week because we're not going to be here. But we'll be back after the Stone Mountain Hamfest with stories to tell and adventures to share, forums to report on, and Rogers is probably going to take a few pictures.
Yeah, a few.
Pictures and video.
And video. So we'll see what he comes back with. Thanks, by the way, for the video coverage that you did at the Chattanooga Hamfest. That was really nice to see. So good job.
Yeah, appreciate it. And it's just always fun to get out there and interact with everyone. And that highlight video will be up tomorrow as well for people to go take a look at. It's like a 2 or 3 minute highlight from Chattanooga.
Fantastic. If somebody wanted to have somebody come out and do video for a wedding or pictures for a wedding, is that something you can make happen?
I can.
Do you have any contacts?
I might know one or two
Because
people.
Rhino's got a wedding coming up, really soon. I doubt if they have a photographer yet.
Hey, he can always hit me up.
How would he do that?
Atlanta 263. We can almost simplex, actually.
Fantastic. All right. Well, don't forget, if you need videographer services, that's something that Rogers does, and he does very, very well. So
he does. We'll have video maybe at the Christmas party in Dalton.
Yeah,
there you go. That.
There you go.
Sit in Santa's lap and get a video.
Well, we maybe even live stream it.
Hey,
put up the drone and everything.
Yeah,
I think we're on to something there.
It's an event. It's a go-to event.
Dalton.
Thanks for allowing us to serve as your net control this evening. Good night, everyone. This is Atlanta 946 WQIR 514. My name is Justin.
And this is WRZV 748, Atlanta 1150. This is Tony.
And this is WSAL 368, Atlanta 263, Rogers.
And this is WRUB 711, Atlanta 519. My name is Gary.
We are North Georgia GMRS Network.
And we are clear.
Good night, folks.
Night.